Plenty of movement inside the box.
Wow. Right here, back again with another video just to go over this amazing playoff semi-final in both legs. Obviously, Regis LeBray had a plan where he was just going to sit and hold Coventry at bay, let them have the ball. And I thought we defended really, really well over the both legs, barring two moments where, obviously the one on last Friday night, I think Lefay's lost his man too easy, and the cross is a good one, and Radoni's getting on the end of it. And the one last night, I think Trey Humes just switched off, and it's the same on the other side. But I think Sunderland played really well on both legs. I understand where Lampard's coming from. When you have a lot of the ball, you see you've been the better team and everything like that. But there's two sides to football, really. It's two sides. There's defending and attacking. And I thought the Sunderland defended resiliently. They put our bodies on the line, try to block and head everything away. And I'll get on to Dan Ballard in a minute, but Jesus Christ, what a performance by that fella over two legs. And when we had our chances, we took them, especially in the first leg. Then last night, I would say the first half was probably the longest 45 minutes of my life, really. That's, you say, like, it felt like you've been there for half an hour and you look at the clock and there's only 10 minutes gone. It was tense, it was tight. Thought obviously Coventry came on us, but again I thought we defended quite well. I think we had the best chances of the first half when my ender went through. Coventry had a few half chances, a few shots from distance, a few half chances well gone over the crossbar, but I can't remember Anthony Patterson having much to do in the first half other than coming to claim a few crosses and everything like that. But yeah, then going at the second half and it was just more of the same, really. We were attacking the Walker end, which was good, but we didn't really attack much in the second half. I think that's where Lampard's coming from, where he said they were the better team, because I don't think we got very rarely got out of our half last night in the second half. And obviously they went and got the goal through Mason Clark, and really I was just impressed by how everybody came together and didn't get on the lads' backs. We got behind the lads. The atmosphere last night was one of the best atmospheres I've experienced at the stadium. It was really, everybody was up for it. The typhoon at the beginning was mint. I love that. It was non-stop singing. As you can tell by my voice, my head fell off towards the end of the game. I haven't experienced a headache like that in my life. But it was just, everyone seemed up for it and everyone wanted us to try to pull the lads through. And obviously Haji Wright's missed that sitter, and we got a bit lucky with that one. It's the first time Ballard's lost him, and he should really score, but thankfully for Sunderland he didn't. An extra time was more the same. We've had that half chance where I think it's the centre half, as he called Thomas, has made that amazing block on my ender. And you think to yourself, you're going to go into a penalty shootout, then the big man steps up. I said to my mate sitting next to us, I fancy us to score. And he went, I agree. And we got the corner then, now, and here it is. And I remember sitting back in 2011-12 when Aguero scored that winning goal for Man City. In the two totally different scales, I know that before people started jumping on us and everything like that, winning the Premier League and just getting into the playoff final. And I thought, I don't think I'll ever experience something like that in my life. I don't know what I would do if something like that happened to us. And last night was just absolute bedlam. It's up there. Dan Ballard will face on that for the rest of his life. He'd be on Sky all the time. It was just unbelievable. The noise, the limbs, the scenes. It was just amazing. It sounds stupid. I've never felt noise, and you feel that. Yeah, my body was shaking, my head was killing. It was just everything. It was just pure emotion of 120 minutes. Actually, I'll take that back. It's pure emotion of, since we got relegated from the Premier League in 2017, like, we've been through that. I mean, there'd be people there who have lost people when we got relegated from the Premier League, so they never saw the League One years. They never saw the Phil Partington era. They never saw the Lee Johnson era. They never were down to Wembley for the Charlton game when we got beat 2-1 in the last kick of the game. And I think everything just came out of everyone last night when that ball hit the back of the net. And I would say I've never seen anything like it. I've never heard anything like it in my life at the Stadium of Light. It was just amazing to be proud of, to be part of it, sorry. It was just class. And there was a little bit of us, the Sunderland is that I thought this wanker of a referee is going to add on about 2 minutes here. Excuse me, and they'll not go up the other end, and they'll have a chance and they'll put in the back of my net and they'll go to the inevitable penalty shootout. But obviously, I didn't realise the clock of when Dan Ballard scored. There's literally a second left, and the referee, I think it's Grimes, he goes to the ref, how long's left, and the referee just shakes his head as if to say it's finished with. And as soon as the ball goes back to Ben Wilson, he blows his full-time whistle, and it just happened all over again. It was just pandemonium all over again. The lads in the pitch, I didn't like the pitch invasion. It's shit. There's no reason to do it. You're endangering the players and that. And I think apparently there was a Sunderland supporter on the square at one of the Coventry players in my end. I had to pull him away. It's just stupid. Don't do it. Just stay in your seat. Celebrate with your loved ones, your family, your friends that you're with in your seat. You don't have to run out the pitch. It just makes we look daft and it just makes us look shit. And I don't like it. And then once they got the clear, that's when the players come on and they enjoyed their celebrations. And Mickey Gray, you can fuck off if you think you can say they celebrated too much. It's a group of young players that have sat there and put everything they can into 40 games. I'm not going to count the last 6 because we didn't. And we're now 1 game away from the promised land of the Premier League. And there's been times where people have said this football club's a poison chalice. No matter what players come, no matter what managers come, it's going to be one of them clubs. It's going to be like a Portsmouth where you're dropping up and down the leagues all the time. You can't be a Leeds where you're out the Premier League for 16 years and everything like that. And last night was just, as I said, it's emotion of them because they've achieved something now. Yeah, we've still got a game to go and you've still got Sheffield United to play before we get to the Premier League. It's there, innit? It's just there, and the players are overjoyed and the players are buzzing for it. And yeah, they'll go back, they'll have today off. They'll go back into training tomorrow and it'll be bang, straight back to normal. Just get in there, get the tactics worked out, get game mode, go into the Sheffield United game. If you look at the 2 games against Sheffield United, we beat them at home and we shouldn't have lost away. So that you think yourself to be confident in themselves. They're not going to sit there and fucking party for 3 days. They're not. They're going to sit there and they're going to be focused. We just have them focused because he has all season. No matter what slip-ups we have, we get back together and we get it on and we can remain focused. It's just a case of just letting them do what they want to do, just let them express themselves. At the end of the day, the kids, you've got Joe Bellingham, who's just turned 19. You've got Eliza Mayenda, who was 19 at the beginning of the season, just turned 20. Then you've got Rig, who's only 17. And you've got Daniel, yes, he's played over 200 games, like 100 games in his career, but he's still only 22. He's still a boy. And it's just a case of where, like, just let them have the day. Then they'll go back to work on Friday, get themselves focused up for a week's time where we sit there and we've got to go out there and give us our absolute everything to try and get us over the line into the Premier League. And if we do that, brilliant. They've deserved it. But they've got to believe in these players. And see, I'm not going to do a player rating because I'll say everyone gets 10s, even though there's a few. I thought Patrick Roberts was poor last night. But what he did off the ball was great, and on the ball he was poor. But I'm not going to sit there and give player ratings and everything like that because we all got the job done. We got past Coventry, we got past that hoodoo, and there's just 1 game left. But if I can say one more thing about Dan Ballard, Regis Labrie made a very big claim to put him in the team over Chris Metten. Bear in mind, Chris Metten's been exceptional for Sunderland this season, really. You can't really deny that. And to put him in in the cauldron of the playoffs, and that's the best I've seen of Dan Ballard in a Sunderland shirt. He was fucking phenomenal. And everyone said it. I said it last night. Sky Sports said it. I don't know if it was Don Goodman on Core Comms, Andy Hinchcliffe, I can't tell, because they both sound the same. I think Nick Barnes and Gary Bennett said it, and there's other few people said it. If there was one person who deserved to score the match-winning goal last night, it was Dan Ballard. Because over these 2 legs, he has been phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And I don't know if he's doing it for a point to prove, or he's just going to go out there and just showing the true potential of Dan Ballard. But he was immense. Absolutely immense. He was. And obviously, he's going to be in the team for the playoff final, isn't he? Go up against Big Keith and Moore and Burton Diaz and all them. And I hope you all get your tickets and everything like that. I think I've got mine, and everything is just... It's going to be a long week. It's going to be a very, very long week. And we'll go into a week on Saturday going, we can do this. Get behind the lads as well. Get behind the lads. Get stuck into them. Get into Sheffield United. And hopefully, we find ourselves back in the Premier League. in just over a week's time. Thank you for this season. I will be back for a Sheffield United preview next week. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all the likes, comments, subscribes, everything. I really appreciate it. I know I made a hard decision from leaving the WTF podcast. Thank you to Graham and everyone from on there for really giving us the opportunity to express myself. So I started on YouTube, went there, and I've come back into here. And I've appreciated all your support. And I love yous all. And let's just hope we're celebrating over a week's time. How are the lads?